Today I wanna again talk about 3 more things that frustrates me as a developer. And the first one is unclear, ambiguous requirements that comes usually from random people. Let's say you are working on some feature and you do it as it was defined. Then there is some ambiguous requirement comes from someone and they say that, all right, you should change this margin, or can you make this kind of logic change? You can do it, but the problem is that those are, as I mentioned, they are ambiguous. They are not clear and they are not documented anywhere. It means that if someone else tries it out and they don't know about the change, then they may complain about it, or even worse, they can create a bug report. And the thing that pisses me off is that sometimes in job postings I see that the ideal candidate should have the skill to work with ambiguous, unclear requirements. I think that shouldn't be a skill, because as a business owner it should be your own interest to have clear requirements and try to keep as little ambiguous ones possible and try to document it, especially if you are a big company, right? But yeah, that's what happens, and seems like some companies favor it over writing clear requirements. And of course I know that no requirement is gonna be staying same, because throughout the development you may need changes, but at least it should be documented somewhere. The second thing that frustrates me as a mobile developer is when non-developers give comment about the difficulty of the job. For example, let's say that you have to do some change on the code base, and then you get a comment from someone that,
well, it should be easy change.
but in reality they don't have any development experience, especially with the platform that you are working with, and then they give their own idea of easy, because there's no clear definition what is easy, what's not easy. If you have watched my previous video about things that frustrates me as a developer, you may see there that most of the time the code, even one line change, isn't that easy. So if someone says that adding this button must be easy thing, or I don't know, doing this change must be easy thing, yeah, maybe code wise it's easy, but usually those people mean that it's easy so it should take fast, I don't know, 1 day, half day, whatever. And that's not, I think, right thing to in general comment about other people's work, because usually you don't know what's in the bottom of the iceberg. You only see tip of the iceberg and you say, okay, it's easy. And the problem is that as a developer I have done that mistake myself, saying stakeholders that yeah, this should be an easy change, but I have stopped saying it because I've realized that it's not always true, and then it kind of decreases the credibility of what is easy, in my opinion. The third thing that frustrates me as a mobile developer is when the team that's supposed to collaborate together starts competing against each other. It means that they do some change and they don't document it anywhere, or they don't inform the other developer. And that usually happens if you are doing development for 2 different platforms in the same team, and let's say they change the UI look or some functionality or how it's supposed to behave, or let's say they add animation that's not written anywhere as a spec. Then you are supposed to somehow know that and try to catch up with that, but that's not, I think, right, because you're supposed to collaborate. It means that you're supposed to inform each other about the possible changes that you are doing that affects the usability of the application, for example. Then each of the developers should be aware of it so that they can do the proper changes in each platform. But yeah, let me know in the comments what frustrates you as a mobile developer or as a developer in general. See you in the next video.